Warm welcome, good day to this meditation experience. Today we're going to look at a topic that I think it's an art, really. We all need to develop that's so useful when we've identified some aspect, some objective of well-being we want to focus on, and this, I want to know when you'll listen to this, but this is a time of resolutions very often. And so we have these objectives, these aims of well-being. I'm going to do this in my life or change this in my life for my own self-care. And we want to be able to honor those objectives. And that's going to require some concentration, some determination, some focusing, and definitely overriding old habits. And the principle there is that the old guard doesn't really let down its guard, that the old guard holds on to the status quo. So what kind of inner energy or art will I need to be able to honor these promises or pledges I make to the self, able to harness that concentration and determination? So the art of honoring a pledge to the self. Let's go inside and see what we discover. Sitting in a very royal way, as if I'm about to meet a very important person, which I am. I am going to come face to face with the self. Specifically, the best of the self, the highest potential. Each of us has this original state, this highest potential. I take a moment to reflect on what I'm like when I know I'm operating at my best, really in my zone. What am I like? What does it feel like inside? What kind of thoughts or feelings do I have towards myself? How do I feel about myself when I'm in that state? How do I interact with others when I'm in that state? How do I treat others when I'm at my best? And how do I use resources from that highest potential, whether it be time, wealth, matter, materials? How do I use resources when I'm at my best? I reflect on that all. There emerges a profile of me at my best, my true self. Looking in the mirror of that highest potential and seeing, where is there that difference? What one thing can I do or focus on now to move me closer to what I see in the mirror? honor that highest potential. What could I focus on now, inside? Is it the thoughts I have, or the attitudes I hold, or simply the awareness of the self, how I think about myself? What single thing would I want to focus on? Perhaps it's just remembering that sense of my highest potential, that experience. How can I hold what I see in the inner mirror now? How can I hold that feeling as I go through the day, maintaining that focus, that care, that attention, that honor as I go through the day? It seems very vibrant now in this moment, but experience tells me that as I start to come into action, interaction, distraction creeps in. I start to forget. How can I protect the memory I have right now, this experience right now? The art of keeping this experience vibrant. First, of course, it has to deeply imprint on me now. Almost as if a sobering experience, so deeply imprinting. This is who I truly am. How I think about myself, how I interact with others, and as a steward of resources, all of this from my highest potential. As I become immersed in that experience, I can feel my sense of self-respect rising, feeling really good about the self, and letting that imprint deeply in the heart. A very, very firm aim to sustain this vision, experience of the self. I also am aware that there will be resistance, as if ghosts inside will start to voice their opinion, creating doubt, inspiring forgetfulness, or just distracting me with things that they reassure me are more important. I have to be aware of that in this moment too. The voices of old ghosts will emerge to obstruct me reaching my aim. I look those ghosts in the eye, not in a violent way, not in a forceful way, but in a way that might surprise them. I look those ghosts in the eye in a loving way, with complete understanding. I know where they came from. All of those moments through time when I didn't act from my highest potential, as if denying it actually existed. And not understanding why. All those ghosts emerged from those mistakes of the past. But it seemed to be part of the journey leading to this very wonderful moment where I get to return to that highest potential, the most rewarding journey of the return. Melting those ghosts with not fear or violence, but with love, completely understanding that every mistake led me to this wonderful moment of being able to return to myself, the greatest experience of restoring self-respect, melting those ghosts with love. And that melts the distractions, the doubts, the forgetting, clearing the path to stay focused on the target. To stay focused on remembering my highest potential, even as I go through the day. Anytime the voice of a ghost comes, I look it in the eye with love, with understanding, and it melts. This is my focus today, staying on focus with that beautiful power of love, understanding. Om Shanti.